Let's start with module 2 on cash flow statement. Okay. Actually, ito yung madalang natin discuss, right? So, during your accounting 1 and 2 and financial management and financial analysis and reporting, hindi siya masyadong nag-discuss natin. But this time, importante na maintindihan nyo kung ano ba yung usage ng cash flow when it comes to decision making. Actually, importante siya kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is yung pera. Paano siya iikot? Paano siya umiikot? Paano hinahandle ng company yung money para sa operation, para sa pamili ng purchase ng mga equipment na kailangan para kapag nag-open ako ng another new business, saan ako kukuha? Or meron ba akong kukunin? O kailangan ko bang i-finance to? Or meron akong sapat na kapital para magawa ko yung gusto ko. Okay? So, those are the questions na kailangan nating masagot and kailangan nating bigyan ng pansin. That's why we as the financial analysts or financial managers in the future, kailangan alam natin yung nangyayari when it comes to cash. So, dito na ngayon papasok yung tinatawag na cash flow statement. Okay. So, ano ba yung meron when we see cash flow statement? Simple lang siya. The amount of the cash flow statement at the end of the year, for example, the amount is 1 million. It should be the same with the amount of cash that is put on your balance sheet. Okay? So, at the end of the year, if it is 1 million, then the amount on the balance sheet under cash amount should be 1 million also. So, that's why it should be balanced. And it's the same logic when it comes to cash flow statement. Cash should be balanced to each other. So, you need to determine it by means of using cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, and cash flow from financing activities. All those transactions will came from the balance sheet account itself. So, what are the balance sheet accounts? So, from the cash flow from operating activities, we will see it under current asset and current liabilities. So, those two current asset and current liabilities are put into one and it is under cash flow from operating activities. Okay? So, for example, if there is an increase in accounts receivable, meaning to say, the transaction is debit accounts receivable, credit sales. So, there is a decrease in cash when it comes to increase in accounts receivable. Another example, if there is an increase in accounts payable, meaning to say you borrowed something, that's why you have additional cash. So, it's debit. So, it is under operating activities. When we say cash flow from investing activities, we are dealing with the non-current asset and capital. So, they are put into one transaction, which is cash flow from investing activities. Okay. You purchased an equipment, so it should be put under credit side of cash flow from investing activities. Okay. You add an additional capital, so it should be added under your cash flow from investing activities. There is a gain on sale of selling of equipment, then there is an adjustment or there is an increase in cash flow from investing activities. Well, what about the financing activities? Financing is more on finance. You borrow something. That's why it is under non-current liabilities. Lahat po ng non-current liabilities papasok doon sa cash flow from financing activities. Okay? So, may dalawang klase ng pagre-record ng cash flow statement. So, we have the direct method and the indirect method. When we say direct method and indirect method, naiiba lang naman siya ng presentation only under cash flow from operating activities. Other than that, yung nasa baba, financing and investing are the same to each other. Okay? So, paano siya naiiba? First thing first, when we say direct method under cash flow statement, pag sinabing direct, you record only all the increase or decrease of your accounts receivable and accounts payable. And you also need to record the increase or decrease or payment of your income tax paid and amortization amount or interest paid. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to add on your operating activities. Example, increase in accounts receivable. There's an increase, so you need to add payment from obligation. So there's a payment, so you need to deduct. Payment of income tax, so you need to deduct. Payment of interest expense, so you need to deduct. Okay, so that will be part of your operating activities. What about under indirect method? So under indirect method, because it is indirect, you need to put the net income, add back the depreciation and the amortization expense, and then the total of it, you should also add or deduct the increase or decrease of the non-current asset. Add or deduct the increase or decrease of accounts payable or the current liabilities. So that's the difference between the two. Other than that, they are all the same with the recording of your statement of cash flow. That's it. I hope you understand, guys, the lesson that you've learned today. Paki-check na lang po yung module para at least mas mag-guide kayo kung paano siya ginagawa.